feel like I need a better way to start this video. I feel like I know what I should do. Fresh. That was the dumbest shit ever. Alright, cool. Let's go! Alright, what's good, Chodesters? So, do you guys want to see something really funny that's really embarrassing? I have my driver's license and my picture is so bad. I just look so fucking faded. The crazy thing is, I was fine. I was sober 100%. It was just, I blinked in the picture and I talked to when I was at the this brain is like in another realm all the time. I was getting my picture taken at the DMV because I had to renew my license, right? So she takes the picture of me and I was like, oh, like, so sorry, like, I think I blinked. We might have to do it again. And she waits for the picture to pop up. She goes, no, you didn't blink, you're good. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then she prints off my license and I look like this. She had the audacity to look at my picture and be like, no, you didn't blink. Bitch, I look high. I look so smacked. Also, I don't know if you could see like all the folds and breaks in my license. My entire wallet got ran over by a car in a Costco parking lot. So, also, this is totally random, but I feel like I gotta express this to you because it's incredible. My roommate made me and my other roommates download this app called Poop Time. Or what is it called? It's called Poop Map. And basically, you can just drop a location, like a pin, every time you poop and where you poop. And you can like rate the poop. You can comment on the poop. You can take a selfie, you know? It's basically just like a library of all your poops and all your friends' poops. And you can like follow people like it's a social media app, right? So crazy. It sounds so dumb, but I promise it's the funnest. I use it more than Instagram. I just like going on a little poop map, seeing where people are pooping. Extraordinary. It sounds so fucking stupid when I say it out loud, but I promise it's so much fun. It's dumb fun. All right, but sorry for wasting time. We can actually like get started. So we got the microphone out today because I thought I would do some story times. So about a week ago, I had like this existential thought of like, oh my God, like I graduated college in May. Like that's so crazy. Well, technically August because I have to take 3 credits in the summer, but you're allowed to take up to 6 credits in the summer and still participate in the May graduation. So technically I graduate in August, but I'm participating in the May ceremony. Wow, why do I refuse to breathe when I speak? So yeah, I thought it would just be fun to sit down, chat, share some of my funniest college stories because I have a lot. This could be like a 7-part series, I feel like. Some of them involve being very intoxicated, but some of them are just like really stupid funny ones that I have. So we're gonna have like a mixed match of both, you feel me? So sit back, relax, you know, pause the video and get a snack if you want to, get some Cheez-Its. If you want to drive to like Chick-fil-A or something, go do that. I wouldn't blame you, I would probably do the same thing. If you're unpausing the video because you just got food, welcome back. Glad to have you here. I guess we'll just start with a pretty dumb one, like just me being an idiot to like get the ball rolling, you know what I mean? So freshman year's first semester of college ever. I woke up about an hour before my roommate and we were like in the dorms, so like we literally slept 2 feet away from each other. So I had to wake up an hour early and I like got ready and all this stuff and my roommate was still sleeping and I was like trying to get ready all quiet and stuff, like be respectful, you know how it is. Why am I out of breath? What is happening? This is what I get for skipping cardio every week. I haven't done cardio in like 2 months, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Yeah, so I'm like getting ready all quiet and then I have my socks on, I have like my outfit on, I'm ready to go, I have my backpack, and I'm walking out the door. And our dorm was set up so it was like a suite, so it was like us 2, a bathroom, and then 2 other roommates, and then we had like a little small living area. So I opened the door into the living area and then I was like, oh shit, I forgot to put shoes on somehow. Well, it was like an 8 a.m. class, so maybe I was just tired and out of it, but I don't really know how I forgot shoes. Like I didn't feel the coldness of the tile floor on my feet or something, I don't know. And so I go to like turn around and walk back in and the door shuts, and I was like, okay, whatever, like I'll just unlock it. I left my keys in the dorm room. And none of my other roommates get up this early. It's because I was in the art foundation program. Literally hated that place. And so I was the only one up and I was like, no, like I'm gonna feel so bad if I like have to wake up my roommate, so he has to let me in so I can grab my shoes and my keys again. And so for some reason I just didn't do it. Like I know it would have been annoying to him, but also at the same time it's like I didn't have another choice, except apparently I did have another choice because I just decided to go to class with no shoes. This class was a 12-minute walk. I walked in socks. And then I had to go through my entire day of classes in socks. When I could have just knocked on the door and had my roommate let me in, I could have grabbed my shoes and my keys. And that's on anxiety. When I get to my first class, everyone's like, bro, Jason, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because it was an art class, so it's like we're in this studio and it's only like 12 of us. It's a really small class. And we're like painting and my professor is like, where are your shoes? And my socks were mismatched too. I didn't even have matching socks on. So yeah, that was also like the second week of classes too. It was like, I don't even know. I had barely just befriended a couple people in the class and they were like, this is who the fuck I'm gonna be friends with this semester. So yeah, that was just a dumb little story that like, I don't understand why I didn't, whatever. The next one also includes my art classes. So I was in this class called, I don't really remember what it was called. All the art classes had like really weird names, but it was basically like a video centered class.
So I was like, oh my god, like this is not a cup of tea. Like I've been editing videos since I was like 9 years old. Like this is gonna be great.
Little did I know. The thing about art school, there's a lot of really interesting people, right? Especially the professors are a little out there. So this was again like the second week of class. This happened the same week as the whole shoes thing. I'm pretty sure it was like the next day or like yeah. So our professor was just like telling us about all these like video related like ideologies and theories and like showing us all these famous people's work, but it wasn't like films, it was more of like the artistic side of video. And so he starts talking to us about like how technology has gotten so advanced and all this stuff, and they can do all this crazy things in movies. And he starts talking about deep fakes, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically like when they edit someone else's face on someone else's body. And the video he was showing us was just basically about all the dangers of this because it looks super realistic and the voices match and it's so crazy. And then they start going into porn. What? And so they're like, yeah, this is especially a big deal with like porn because they're photoshopping like celebrities' faces onto these porn actors. We were all just like, oh, whoa, like that's kind of crazy. And I guess it's like kind of interesting, but a little weird. And then next thing I know, I'm watching Angelina Jolie get like railed. Huh? And it was like full blown, like everything was going on. It showed us like a whole 5-minute segment on just like celebrities getting, yeah, that was a lot to absorb in a class of 11 people who you don't really know, and your professor's just sitting there like, oh, like this is really interesting. We were like, yeah. It was a very intimate moment that I shared with people I didn't really know, and it did bring some of us closer together. I befriended a couple people after that, but it was just so weird. Like, why did you have to do that to us, dude? Trauma, scarring. I literally watched a dude like blast all over Jennifer Lawrence. But I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. My fault, I'm weird. I was really uncomfortable about the whole situation. I hated going to that class after that because I was like, I never know what this man is gonna show us next. Like, if this is the second week of classes, what the fuck is gonna happen after this? And I just think it's so funny how in high school, all our teachers in high school are like hell-bent on like college is so like professional and sophisticated and you really gotta like hunker down and all this stuff. And then it's like, I got to college and this was the kind of stuff my professors were putting in our presentations. Homer Simpson's ass. This was a biology class. I promise you, if you are going into college soon and you're scared about it, it's not as serious as you think. I promise. The next one is really, really short, but I want to share it because I was just mortified. So if you watch my house tour video, you know that my bedroom is the only bedroom on the first floor, and it's like right as you walk in. So there's like this massive window that like is straight to the street and the sidewalk in our little mini front yard. So I go to bed one night. I wake up the next morning to banging, like loud banging, and so many voices just outside being like, open the door, open the door. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And our houses, it's like, imagine townhouses, how there's like 5, 6, 7 in a row and they're all like connected to each other, but they're all separate houses. So I'm waking up, I'm like, what the is going on, dude? It sounds like a battery ram is hitting the door. So like I'm sleeping like this, right? I'm like sleeping, and on the other side of the wall behind my head is their front door, our neighbor's front door. So it sounds like it's happening right next to me, and there's just all this banging. They're screaming from outside the house, inside the house. They're like, yo, you gotta go, dude, you gotta go. Chaos. And it's like 7:30 in the morning. And so I'm like freaking out. I'm like jumping out of bed, like throwing all my clothes on. I'm like, what is going on? I thought they were knocking on our door. So I look out the window, and there's like easily 40 cops and like 10 SWAT policemen, and they're just all huddled in front of the front door of the next door house. And I was like, okay, cool, like it's not us. Don't know why it would be us, but at least it's not. And so like all that's going down, and I'm still like half asleep, and I'm just like watching out my window, like seeing what's going down. They like get into the house, and then there's all this chaos. There's like a dog barking in the house and all this stuff. And I was just like watching from my window. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, are they gonna get him? They basically just walked out, and they were like, suspect's not here. we'll have to come back. And then for like 2 months after that, there was always an undercover car sitting in the parking lot that's across from our houses. And it was so obvious it was an undercover cop. I don't know why they didn't even try to like conceal it. They were there every day, like 24 hours straight for 2 months. It was crazy. And we were trying to figure out like why they would raid this house. And we're probably like there was probably someone in the house selling drugs. You know what I mean? Like selling weed. And then we were like, but there's no way there would be that many cops for bud. You know what I mean? So we were like, whoa, was it like Coca-Cola? Was it like METH? Black tar heroin? Like what was it? Never got any clarity or closure on that situation. Yeah, that was just a really crazy thing to wake up to. But yeah, like our next door neighbors didn't hear any of this happening in the morning. It was literally just me. So I was like, did I hallucinate this? Like, so yeah, that definitely got me up and at 'em early in the morning. I didn't need coffee that day. Jeez. So the next one is one of my favorite stories to tell. So me and 3 of my friends decided to go out one night, right? We were like, let's go to this really cute rooftop bar and just like have a couple drinks for like a happy hour, get a couple appetizers and leave. Like just have a chill, bar night. And so my friends Sarah and Jeremiah were visiting. They go to school at University of Louisville, so it was like a really cool thing. We were like, yeah. So we were all just really excited to like have them visit and stuff. So we were like, yeah, let's go out and do something. And so, yeah, we found this really cool like rooftop bar and we were like getting ready, all this stuff. We go to the bar and it was me, Sarah, Denny, and Jeremiah. So we get our table and it's like so nice. It's so pretty. You like see the entire city and the rooftop is really pretty because they have like plants and a lot of stuff. It's really, really nice. So we were all like, oh my God, like this is gonna be such a good night. Like such good vibes all around, right? Red flag number 1, Denny's friend is working and is serving us. There was like a bar and there were like a bunch of little tables and we were sitting at a table. And so Denny's friend is walking up and she's like, oh, shit. And Denny's like, oh my God, I didn't even know you worked here. All this stuff. And so she was like,
Oh my God, I'm gonna get you guys so here. I'm ready.
and we were all like,
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's get fucked up. Let's get crazy.
so we all start off with like a celebratory shot, right? And so we're just talking, we order a little bit of food, we're just vibing, having a good time. And then she brings us a pitcher. If you don't know what a pitcher is, it's basically like a pitcher of liquid. It's massive. Like that big. And you split it between everyone. And so we're just like sipping. Of course, it tastes like juice. So red flag number 2, never trust any sort of alcoholic drink that doesn't taste like alcohol. Sorry, maybe I should cut that out. Probably won't do it anyway. So yeah, we're like just again like having fun, eating, talking to our waitress because she was so cool. And she was like, yeah, I actually get off in like 10 minutes, but I think I'm gonna stay a little overtime because I want to treat you guys right. Like I want to make sure you have a good night. And we were like, oh my God, like you're amazing. What? We were like, you don't have to do that. And then she took a shot with us. Like it was a lot of fun, just good energy, vibes all around. I was like, you know what? Like I'm not that intoxicated. Like I'm feeling good, but like I'm well in control of myself, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And the way it was laid out, so it's like the rooftop and then you had to go into the stairwell to like go down, but it was a really long flight of stairs just straight down. I would say imagine like 3 flights of stairs but just straight. So it was like just a really long staircase and there was no handrail. And I remember just being at the top of those stairs and being like, fuck. I was like, I'm a lot more drunk than I thought I was. And so I was literally just going down like step, and I was like testing the waters each step to like make sure I had a platform to stand on so I didn't just topple down. And I make it down the stairs. I have that moment where you're like in the bathroom and you're like, wow,
I'm drunk. Like I love life. This is great. I'm so happy right now.
like I had one of those moments. Go back up to the table and we're still eating, drinking the rest of the pitcher. We finish it and we stay and talk long enough to like sober up, or at least I sobered up a little bit. Like I was still kind of lit, but like I was back to like normal, if that makes sense. We've been there for a while again, so we all like go to the bathroom kind of together because we were like getting ready to head out and like call an Uber and like go home. And so we all walk down the stairs to the bathroom, kind of struggling a little bit, but like we're all okay at the end. We get down to the bottom. And then I think our friend Denny was talking to someone, so we were just waiting down in front of the bathrooms. And the bathrooms were like 4 individual bathrooms, like 4 individual rooms. It wasn't like a men, girls, and like a whole big thing. It was just like 4 individual bathrooms. We're just like sitting there because there's like this little seating area next to them, because there's a whole downstairs like restaurant area to this bar. Me, Sarah, and Jeremiah are just talking, and then in the corner of my eye I see Jeremiah go And like looking around, I'm like, you good? And Sarah's like, are you gonna puke? Without just hesitation, Jeremiah stands up, and there's a line to go into the bathroom of like 4 girls. And as he stands up, this girl opens the bathroom door and like walks out, and Jeremiah just bolts in before any of the girls waiting in line noticed. As he's running in, he like vomits all over the door and then like slams it shut. I guess it's just puking in there. And the girls were like so mad, but they were so drunk. Like it was so obvious. And so I like go in to see if he's okay. And I'm like opening the door, the puke covered door, like it's dripping and it's I'm going to open the door to see if he's okay. And one of these girls in line goes, yeah, actually you're cutting. I didn't know if you knew that. And I was like, did you not just see my friend Ralph all over the door? I'm going to make sure he's okay. And she was like, oh, okay. I was like, he literally audibly barfed on the door. How did you miss that? You're 2 feet away. Huh? And so yeah, after that, you know, we cleaned everything up. We like wiped off the door, and I like told him, I was like, hey, like we wiped it up, but you might want to like disinfect or something. I don't know what your protocol is in this situation. They're like, okay, thanks for letting us know. Like it happens a lot actually. And I was like, that's so sad that you guys have to deal with that a lot. And yeah, we just left the bar after that and got home. But that was definitely just a really funny circumstance, because it's like, how did you miss my friend Ralph all over the bathroom door? I don't know. I have another one, but I don't know if I should share it because this is already 34 minutes worth of footage. I'm gonna do it anyway. Fuck it. It's kind of like one of the better stories where I'm a little bit messier. So, welcome week, sophomore year. We just moved into an apartment. I moved in with some of my best friends, and then like one of my roommates' best friends lived right below us. And so we were all like, yeah, let's like go out to party together, do some frats, whatever. We were like, yeah, let's do it. And so we're all getting ready together, and then we pregame at the neighbors below us apartment. We went way too hard at the pregame. We were excited to be back at school, and we just, we went too hard at the pregame. I'll just say that. I remember I made best friends with the Uber, and I invited her to the party, and she was like a 60-year-old woman. I was like, no, you should like totally come with us. Like, who cares what other people think? Like, it'll be so fun. She was like, no, like I have to work. Like, I'm working right now. And I was like, no, you only live once. But yeah, after that, we made pretty good friends with our Uber driver, which was great. And she was playing gospel music, right? And so we were all like, honestly, like kind of a good vibe. Like, it's uplifting, energetic. And she was like, but you know something I'll never do to gospel music? And we were like, what? She was like, I never gonna suck dick next to gospel music ever again. And we were like, again? And I was like, that implies you've done it before. And she was like, yeah, I've done it a few times. It's just not as great as I think it would be each time. We were like, okay, word, yeah, totally. So that was that. And then we get to the party, and since it's welcome week, that whole bullshit with like ratios and rushing, it's like you have to have a certain amount of girls to guys. So like I have to have 3 girls if I want to pull up, whatever. And it was like a rushing event, so they expected any guy who wants to come in is rushing the frat. And so they have a little clipboard. I like sign up, I put my number down, and I'm like, yeah, like I would love to be part of a brotherhood. Like this looks so sick. You guys seem awesome. I don't want to join a fucking frat. Sounds like a nightmare. My little gay ass could not handle that. And so yeah, we get there really early. There's not a lot of people there. And so just me and like my roommates who are girls, and then the neighbors below us who are also girls are just standing in a circle, and it's like a couple other of their guy friends are with us. They're like trying to get like the party started because it's like really awkward right now. People are just starting to come, and it's like a backyard, right? So we're standing in this backyard, and we all go up to like their little bar, get some shots, whatever. And then not even 10 minutes later, we're all in a circle holding on to each other, swaying back and forth because no one can stand up by themselves. No one. The party hasn't even started yet, and we're all assisting each other with standing. We just look so dumb. And then a couple of the frat guys wanted to like join in. They thought we were like starting something. And so it's just us, group of small friends, and then the frat guys just like in a circle rocking back and forth, and the party is starting to like actually file in now, and everyone probably walked in and was like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, so that happened. I don't really remember much after that, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So I completely blacked. I came out of my blackout stumbling, walking down the street alone. And I was walking down, and then I like walk by this house, and I like hear like music, and like people are outside, and I'm like, oh sick, like I'm gonna go and join another party by myself. I remember there were 2 guys standing outside for the door. I was literally just like, hold on, let me like hold this between my legs. I was literally just like, oh, what's going on, man? I'm Jason. Yeah, I'm Jason. Nice to meet you. What's going on? I just walk in. No questions asked. Full confidence. And they just let me in. It's all about confidence. And so I end up at this random party by myself. And I'm just like talking to all these people, like having all these conversations. And I'm like in and out of a blackout this whole time. And I remember this one vivid memory. There was like a little line for the jungle juice container. I'm like getting a cup of jungle juice, whatever. And these two girls are waiting behind me. And I just start like, be like, hey, like, well, like, how are you? I'm Jason. Nice to meet you. I'm trying to make friends, whatever. And then I just remember trying to say words, and I just knew they were coming out as slurs. Like, nothing I was saying making sense. But in my head, I was like, oh, yeah, like, I'm Jason. Nice to meet you guys. What are your guys' name? But I was like, hi, I'm Jason. Nice to meet you guys. What's going on? It was really bad. And then, again, blackout, come back, and I'm walking down the street to my apartment. I'm, like, 2 blocks away from my apartment. I see it in the distance, and I'm literally, like, stumbling, like, trying to walk. Which is so dangerous, by the way, in a city, but also if like a cop or like campus security saw us, because campus security is out during welcome week, you know? I'm so lucky no one saw me stumbling as much as I was. I was like, it was bad. It was really, really bad. But yeah, I just got home, went to bed, woke up, nursed a hangover all day, literally didn't do anything. I sat in bed all day. It was great. But yeah, those are some of my favorite college stories. I definitely have more. So if you guys are down for a part 2, I'm honestly down to make one because this was kind of fun. Time flew by. I've been recording for 42 minutes. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe, comment, turn my bell notifications on if you want to be notified every time I upload. All right, but yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next week. I know you're proud of me for staying consistent. I'll see you guys next week. Peace and blessings. Have a great day. Don't know what to do.